So I'm talking about the new moon in Taurus that's happening on June 4th. This is starting that new moon cycle. And when we have the new moon, it's the beginning of a 30-day cycle when the sun and moon come together. So the moon is very dark in the sky, and when it joins the same degree as the sun, we start a new 30-day cycle. So that new moon is in Taurus now, and it's going to be a 30-day period of greater contentment, fulfillment. Taurus relates to things such as money, wealth, family, finding beauty in your surroundings, and then being content with those things as well. So many times, we have desires and we look outside of ourselves to fulfill them, as we should. And Taurus is also a sign where we obviously seek fulfillment through the senses and people in our world, but the deeper lesson is about the internal fulfillment that can be experienced as contentment, actually. That's the deep yogic principle that's connected to Taurus. It's called santosha, and it's to be fulfilled with the moment, to be fulfilled in the moment, to have the present moment be enough, and to not feel this longing for some future or something better, or to keep building something and growing something. Doesn't mean we can't do that, but it means that in the moment there's still enough that we feel peaceful, because the truth only arrives in the moment. The truth is the moment is the only real truth. Other than that, there's the past and the future, and they aren't actually real. The past is gone, the future's not yet arrived. There's only the present. So it's a very deep principle to be content in the present, in the moment, for the next 30 days. Now, it's this this new moon is in the Nakshatra of Rohini. The Nakshatra of Rohini is ruled by the god called Prajapati, who is the creator. He's also called and related to Lord Brahma. In Vedic teaching, Lord Brahma was the creator, and but it's the Nakshatra of Rohini, which is more of a sort of cosmic creativity, a sort of cosmic creation, and it refers to as I say, growing and creating yourself and your soul on a very high level, but also manifesting and bringing things into this world that, again, you can be contented with, that you can be at peace, with. So that Nakshatra of Rohini is that part of Taurus which is which is the most grounded, the most connected to the heart. Now the moon is in its sign of exaltation here, and so it's quite powerful. Even though the moon is dark because it's new, it's still in its sign of exaltation. So this next 30 days does hold a lot of promise for being grounded and being connected to the heart, and being settled in the heart, and being present in the heart, rather than that sort of longing, and that longing to create something external and something outside of you, hoping that it will make you feel peaceful and content. The other thing about this next cycle is we have the moon and sun join Venus also in Taurus, and Venus is the ruler of Taurus, so there's a lot of that embedded, grounded energy, and because Venus is the ruler of Taurus, so it'll be very easy to feel that peace and that sort of connection with others rather than the volatility and the restlessness. However, we also have Saturn, direct opposition from Saturn. He's like exactly opposite that Sun, Moon, and Venus. And so Saturn also gives that feeling of limits, restriction, that can feel heavy and can even feel sad or make you feel depressed, especially if you are immature. If you're immature about other people, relationships, the happiness that you can, get from life, then you might feel that pressure and that sadness and pain. If you are realistic and you are humble and you are appreciative of others and what they give you and what you have, then the next 30 days can be a great time of reckoning and of being real and being grounded and appreciative of those in your life. And that appreciation can really bring you into that deeper peace that I'm talking about. So that's overview of the prominent energies of the next 30 days with this new moon in Taurus. And so now I'll talk about how this will be experienced by all of the 12 zodiac signs.